Hi everyone, we're back. Daily Market Analytics. It's Thursday morning today. We wanted to take a bit of a different angle and actually focus on the leading futures rather than the usual currencies. So we are right here on the gold, which actually presents one of the most spectacular technical situations you can find. Really, this is what we would call the optimal technical setup, where price had just reached the very last line of resort, and you can see it kind of tried to penetrate just a couple of days ago and began to fail. So that's the top resistance here on that setup, 1434. Now this setup basically represents this particular formation that started around the beginning of 2016. So that's a massive trading range. And up until now, we can clearly count 4 moves. Now the 4th move basically stretched out all the way, took the previous highs, which means there's a lot of upside pressure that's released here at this point, and of course made it to the top resistance level that's now going to push back. So even though it's a classic make or break situation at this point, I would suggest that it's more likely that we're going to have here a full-fledged downside reversal and another move back to the lower section. That's going to be move number 5. So I'm going to take you now to the execution chart, right? The daily chart. And I want to show you this wonderful reaction we had here from the daily perspective on that top resistance 1434. So you can see just a couple of days ago, price was very fearful at the beginning of the day, but when it touched base on that 1434, it bounced back as if it touched a wall of fire. And of course, later on came the turnaround. So right now, it looks like we may be looking at a tipping point, right? Obviously, it could be, it should be expected, right? The gold was exploding, nothing less than that. One of the most remarkable moves we've seen in the market came right here on the gold, and it was a spectacular move. It's probably an overshooting. Nevertheless, we've reached the top resistance, the last line of resort, and at this point, there is a very good chance that we'll see a full-fledged downside reversal, as I've mentioned before. So we've decided to take action on this one, guys, and we're taking a bearish conviction. Now, here's the potential, right? If this turning around is going to turn into a downside trend, then we're going to be focused on 1315, which is the mid-high key level, to be the first target. Later on, price could finish that move, as I've showed you, on the monthly chart, and head all the way down to 1182. Let me give you a quick look again. Here it is, 1182. That's of course already the other side of the range, right? That's the minimum level we should expect if indeed we're going to have that 5th move, taking the gold all the way back to this lower section here. So that's about that for the gold, guys. We're taking a bearish standpoint, and we'll have to follow up very closely to see whether price is going to be sustainable on building that downside trend. All right, we'll have to come back, of course. That's about that for the gold. We'll see you in the next video.